Hello everyone, today we're in York and I'm in Tesco's car park at Dringhouses, and there's a reason why we're in Tesco's car park, because you get 3 hours free parking as long as you go in and buy something. And we're right near what is called the Solar System Way. It's a route down to Bishopthorpe and then beyond to the marina, which is called the Solar System Way, and I understand they've put planets along there, and so it's just the start of it is just behind me out of this car park, so we'll go and take a look. So I've just come out of the station at the Tesco's car park, and we're on to the main York Dringhouses road. This brings you in near the Knavesmire and the racecourse. There's one of York colleges across the road there, and Tesco's is just behind me. Here we've got Dringhouses Cemetery. Let's have a look in here. Not many people see it as they whiz past. Dringhouses Cemetery. Oh, it's one big triangle. Line of former railway running through there, and then this is where we pick up the Solar System Way, which on this map says Transpennine Trail. So we're just going to go a bit further down now. Here we are then. That's the road down to Bishopthorpe. That's the road I've just walked along. And then here, there we have it. Welcome to the Solar System Greenway, gateway to the Transpennine Trail and the National Cycle Network. Right, we go down here. Let's have a look. That's the park and ride station, just up there. Welcome to the Solar System Gateway. It is now home to the scale model of the solar system, created in 1999 by staff at the University of York. And there is a little guide, so we will take the guide and we can maybe help it. It might help with some narrative. Lovely. Go around here. I've just come down here. The underpass has got all this fabulous wall art on it. Butterfly, the Solar System Greenway, Badger, Pink Panther, the Grinch over here. Wow, somebody's been busy. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Just the main road passing above our heads. And here on the left, looks like we have our first symbol of some description. No markings on these, just 2 old concrete tubes that have a little bit of graffiti on. And then here, a concrete slab. It looks like the top of something quite substantial. You can see the buttercups and the forget-me-nots at this side, doing well. Says here Bishopthorpe White Road FC pitches. Quite a nice snazzy training centre by the looks of it. White Rose Park, City of York Council. There's pitches up there, probably space for pitches there, and a cafe and outside seating. The Football Association, White Rose Park. Great. Back to the path. You can probably hear the noise of the traffic. I'm just under the A64 bridge now. We've got a path splitting off to the left. Transpennine Trail, York 3.5. And then that's the way that we want to go to continue the solar way. Transpennine Trail, Selby 12. And then up here we have our first planet. Hovering right above us. So if we can see if we can find out what that is. And then we've got this here. With the sun. Other planets and some writing, but can't get round there because of the nuttles. Now, the sign would suggest that this is Saturn, and it says Mercury so many kilometres down there. But if it is Saturn, it hasn't got a ring round it. But I'm sure that the paper that I have in my pocket, oh, here we go. Oh, it's the sun, the first one, sun. And then we get Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Right, so we've come across the sun. Going down here now. This, as we come under the A64, is looking quite skate parky. But this is popular for the bikers and the skaters. And there we so happen upon Mercury, which has got a fine stand, but Mercury itself seems to be missing off the top. And next up, the sun. Yes, it was the sun that was back there. And then next up in 87 metres we've got Venus. Let's see if that still exists. And here we've arrived at Venus. So I wonder if that's meant to be it then, that little ball on the top. Maybe. Thought it was missing at first. Now what have we got? So we've done Mercury, Venus, and now we're going to Earth. 72 metres down here. You can maybe just make out over there houses and bungalows. So we're coming in towards Bishopthorpe village now. There's lovely wildflowers. There's Earth. Oh, it is the little balls. So there's Earth. And here's the moon. Great. It's great. I just think, you know, having gone to such an extent of elaborate stands, why they couldn't have actually made the planets themselves a bit bigger. But I suppose the idea, it's all in context, that size is relative to the size of the moon, which is relative to the distance of Mercury and Venus down there. What have we got next? Oh, Mars. 136 metres. Not too bad. Here we go. And now I've come to a seating section. A bit overgrown, but you can certainly sit on these benches. flowering plants, what to expect to see, waste bin, and then some more benches. I spy another one coming up, Earth and Jupiter sign, which must mean we've arrived at Mars. And here it is, the red planet. And there's Mars. I think quite a few bits of his paint has peeled off because he's the red blob black planet there. But still, yes, I get now why that they're the size that they are, because it's all relative to the size of the planet and the distance between them. Right, looks like we're coming into Bishopthorpe. This is just a strange section to watch for, so I've come from down there and then this road is blocked off, and it seems now we straddle a little bit. We go across here and down the Transpennine Trail down here. I seem to be walking through the middle of a housing estate, but I can just see there in the distance that there is a railway bridge. So I presume that we're going to pick the trail back up when we get there. So we were right. We picked the trail back up. I think it's actually a road bridge. I can see cars going over it. As you can tell, it's a nice day. It is the end of May and it's the hottest day of the year so far. 27 degrees, and so I've got plenty of factor 50 on, and I've got my sun hat on, and I've got my water, so we should be okay yet for a little while, but I'm conscious I do have to walk back as well, so we'll see where we go. Brunswick Organic Nursery. Yorvale ice cream, and people sat out. Oh, that's lovely. And here we've got a reindeer, a dog, and a cat, rabbit, and some drinking water for any pets as people come through. Just on the southern edges of Bishopthorpe now, and somebody's put a seating area there. Very good. Oh, and we've got the Transpennine cycle markers, similar to the ones that we had on the cinder trap when we did Scarborough to Whitby. And we have made it to Jupiter. By far the biggest planet we've seen so far. Look at that in context. How fantastic is that? Oh, and his paint job's still pretty impressive. So Mars was back there, a kilometre, and Saturn is another kilometre further along. But it is now the heat of the day, so I think I'm going to turn round and leave it for another day. We'll see in a minute. What are these? A person, and then someone else with a spade. What are they representing? Representing Dame Judi Dench, the actress of stage and screen, and Dave Jackson, a Sustrans veteran. Charity construction and maintenance manager.
My brother can ride a unit.
Very good. Yes, I'm going to elect to leave it there. I'm probably about 1.5 k's out from the Tesco's, so probably 3-4 k's in total when I get back. But the ones further down, which are, let me look at my sheet, so Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto we'll have to wait for another day. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks very much for watching. Bye.